big brush, big granular washes. We talked about that a few months ago. And a little warmer on this side. Just getting those big washes. Capturing the light, by the way, right away. Boy, I'm getting that, getting the lights in the picture plane so that they're not running out of the edges of the page. And I'll just bring a couple of these things about. And we need a little bit of a gray. I'll use these guys. Our three primaries together will give us a little more of a gray in there. And like that, we'll bring it over here as well. So we've captured the lights in the picture plane, except for the sky, which we'll get to in a little while.
Someone else wondered about where the light source is coming from.
Okay, let me answer that in just a minute. It's a good question. I want to make sure that I say it correctly. I get that question a lot. I need a green. That's what I need. One of the things one of the things that I am concerned about is balancing the light, keeping the light in the page. I'm not concerned at this stage with being honest with the light. We are placing the light where we feel like it's going to do us some good. And that is in, on, and around the main character. So I'm not being honest. I'm trying to let the light be dominant and sacrifice the concern for, is that would it really be that way? Wet down the sky. We now have values that we can compare to the white paper. We're not painting the sky first. So I'm going to, I do have some laundry hanging across the road, which I like. Boy, I'm a laundry painter, but it might be a little bit of a challenge to protect. And I know it's dry. Come down here. There it is. Just getting all of this wet, everybody. And now.
Hey, Don.
Yeah.
Oh, I just Jeanette was asking if it might be helpful to show the value sketch at some time, or your sketch.
Oh.
So when you are at a point
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
need to let things dry.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, and that is also on Don's website at donandrewstudio.com. And then if you go to the Zoom workshops, it says organizing the light number 3. And if you click on that, you will see all of that. I'll link that again shortly.
Okay. Now, mostly cool, but a little bit of warm in the sky. Dramatizes a little bit, makes it come alive just a little bit. And this granular washes, we're just placing that paint in there, good and strong, letting it blend down the page till it gets down to our laundry.
You have a drip coming down from the sky across the roof, so just beware.
I am. I just don't want to lose the laundry. I want it strong enough. Okay, and now to drive Martha crazy, I'm going to come in and let me get that guy and this guy, a few of them, and I'm going to turn the tip. I hope y'all can still see it. And let it blend. I like that orangish color, but it's sitting right on the edge of the roof. So maybe pull that in a bit. That in a bit. And well, I'm going to just watch it for a second. As soon as we do that, boy, the lights begin to be emphasized. And I'm so proud of myself for protecting that top of the laundry, letting it blend in different directions, which y'all have seen me do in the past. Boy, this lady's got long legs. Let's get them. Let's let that all go here. All right, we're gonna stay in middle value. I try to stay in middle value as long as I can, but I'm ready to come in a little bit stronger, and we'll let those shadows kind of tie all of this stuff together and soften that up a bit.
Clarabelle was asking at one point, you were saying you're pre-wetting while you're painting, and she wondered exactly what you mean. So maybe when you get someplace where you need to pre-wet, you could show her.
Yeah, Clarabelle. See how hard edged this is? If this is dry, it's dry paper. Let me get a tissue here. And so I don't want it to be that hard edged. So I put it down on dry paper. I know it's going to be hard edged. Then I come back and soften it. That's one way of creating a soft edge here. Look at that. The other way is to pre-wet. See here, I'm coming in and just getting this wet. And then I'll mix the color. And see, when I touch it in there, instead of it being hard edge, it's softer in edge there. So that's the difference between them. And there's not one right answer. If it's hard edged, I want to soften it. And if it's soft edged, I want to get it a little harder sometimes. So I just have to watch the page and make these determinations depending on what's happening in the painting. Hey, everybody, and thanks for being with us. If you enjoyed the demo, give us a thumbs up and write a comment. And if this is the kind of content you're looking for in watercolor, please consider subscribing to our channel. It helps Martha and me out more than you know. Thanks again. See you soon. Now, I'm picking up 1-inch flat, my Winsor Newton 1-inch flat, which I use a lot. And what I normally do, I'm fixing to bring some strength in. I pre-wet it, but I just use a darker value of the color that I put in earlier. So as you can see, that is, I'm putting a violet over a violet. And I want it to run. I'm getting it wet. And I don't know, we'll just indicate some negative space in the wrought iron. And then, so it's not all the same. Instead of, I'm now coming in something warmer here and letting this granularly transition from a cool to a warm.
How do you lift color?
Well, there's a couple of ways. Obviously, we can come in and as long as it's wet, we can come in with a fingernail and lift out that way. This is probably dry. No, it's still, or we could come in. Now, we use a brush. I like these synthetic brushes because they're stiff. And I just come in here and just, without disturbing the paint there, I just come in and lift off a time or two. I also occasionally will use the magic eraser. I guess everybody knows about them now. And they really do a good job of lifting off. If you just have to be a little bit tender with it, so you don't want to rough up the paper too much. Let's see, we just have dabbles left, just refinements and those kind of things. But they are important and they do make a difference. And so I don't know how exciting it is to watch Don dabble. But I could dabble with the best of them. These little things. I want to put a shadow underneath here. I think that, and I'm
I'm going to let the dogs out,
Yeah.
so I can't unmute people.
Okay, okay. You want me to tell them? Or do you not want me to tell them? She's going to let the dogs out, but she told me she won't be able to unmute you or something like that for. Okay. I don't like windows all being the same. Just come in and add a few different colors or a few different values. Oh, I forgot to put the shadow on there. Now here, Clarabelle, I'm pre-wetting this and coming in with pretty strong pigment and just putting it down there, letting that blend on the page. I want to give it a little bit of direction and a little color alteration a time or two. That might be a bit too much of an angle. And now we'll come in and touch some color into it. And this sky is so important that it is far enough down the value scale that it shows off the lights. And so for that reason, I tend to leave the sky out for a while and get these values established. And then with a little more security, I can go in and hit that value correctly.